Hi, everyone. Y'all there? I can barely see you. Thank you. Welcome to Screen Test Student Fest. This is the third and final installment of our weekend festival. My name is Rob Palekis. I am with the Al Larson Prairie Center for the Arts in Schaumburg, Illinois. We've had, a young fan out there. Great. How you doing? We've had a fantastic weekend. Last night we had our local fest, which had 12 fantastic films. And then we also, this morning, we had our Screen Test Junior, which featured films from students who are younger than high school. So we are thrilled to be showing the best of the best of films, high school films from across the nation. It does say it's an international fest. We do receive films from all over the world, but for some reason, and I don't know why, but all the films selected for this year are from throughout the United States. So we are happy to show you these great American films. We are going to show you 8 films today. We're going to speak with the filmmakers of those films after we show each movie. At the end, we're going to give away some awards, and this is where you get involved. We have an audience award where you'll be able to vote on your phone, text in your favorite film. If you don't have your phone, we'll have ballots that you can also fill out, so you can vote for that through a ballot. So you can vote for your favorite film. Then we have a bunch of awards and some money to hand out. So we're really excited to go. Are you ready to start? All right. We also have an audience online, so we're really excited. I think they're looking at me from somewhere up there. So I think we're going to get started with our first film. It's by a filmmaker named Noah Shin. Noah was actually in last year's festival with the film called A Stellar Vacation, and he's back this year with something a little different. It's called Yesterday Again. So let's take a look at it, and we'll talk to Noah after we see it. Thanks a lot. Here it is, Yesterday Again. All right. And that was, sorry, I'm taking my computer out here. I'm watching Succession. I didn't want to miss the scene, so I'm kidding. We do have an audience online, so if we have any comments from the audience, I can watch them and I will share them with you. So people online, if you are watching, if you have any questions for our filmmakers, I will go ahead and share them with you. But right now, we have our filmmaker with us, Noah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
So I'm doing great. We spoke with you last year when you had
Yeah.
a film called A Stellar Vacation, I believe, right?
Yep.
And that was kind of I would say that was sort of a humorous take on an asteroid that makes a visit to Earth in a very powerful, dramatic way. But it was really funny, and you've taken kind of a different course here for this film.
Yeah, this one's definitely a little bit sadder, but I really like it. I think it's a different turn from my other film, A Celebration.
Yeah, this is a really lovely film, and it is very emotional. So, and I'm wondering what kind of brought about this particular film, and what were you thinking when you made it?
I don't know because I just had a lot of time in English class because every Friday my teacher would let us just free write. So I was just thinking about what to write or for my next film, and I really wanted to do something with planes, so I just worked off that.
What did you use to create this film?
I used the software Blender,
Oh, Blender.
and then I edited it in Final Cut Pro.
When you use Blender, and I'm not that familiar with the software, do you find it really helpful? Do you find it sometimes limiting to work with and what you want to achieve in your visuals?
No, it's a really good software, and it's free, so anybody can learn it if you put in the time. But it's really good. Except sometimes the scenes were really large in like storage, so they were getting pretty laggy. But overall, it's a great software.
Yeah, you have some beautiful images, and really found where the character is fishing, and what is he pulling out of the water?
Um, I don't know. I wanted to do something fun in the beginning,
Yeah.
something more interesting because I feel like it was a little slower at the end. So I just created something uh, a little bit more colorful, and I didn't want it to just be fish. So I did something like a little bit coral-like, but also it had like some bioluminescent stuff. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I think it's cool.
That's what an artist does, though. So you don't have to explain it either. Say, well, that's up to the audience to decide. So, and it does. It kind of evokes some thoughts on what it could be, and we all have our own interpretations, I guess. Um, What do you think? What is the journey? Tell us what the journey is of your central character. What's the arc that you're going for, and how do you think it's resolved at the end?
So yeah, he's just living alone. He grows old in his house, and he's just living the same cycle over and over again. And then he remembers through his pictures of his life with his father as a young boy, and then eventually with the storm, when the tree crashed into the barn, he actually has to go into the barn, and there he sees the plane, which he does have some bad memories with him being a fighter pilot.
Sure.
So he's balancing the bad memories with the good, and then he comes to terms with it at the end when he learns to fly again.
The fighter scenes or the war scenes are pretty striking. Did you find that challenging to make?
No, I thought they were pretty straightforward
Yeah.
just because I just added some like dark elements and
Sure.
some bullets.
Where's the music from?
It's from Epidemic Sound.
Okay. And how long did it take you to create this?
It took me maybe like 2 months overall,
That
so
that
it
takes
took a bit
yeah.
of time.
That was that's a long time for for a film, and you're working alone. So I want to say that we have a comment from Janine Patterson. The details in the environment were 10 out of 10. So I think
Thank you.
that's a real achievement. I want to see if we have any questions from our audience. Do we have any questions that I can ask Noah? Yes. Yeah. How long did it take to render the film?
Um, by myself, it would have taken like a ton of time, but I use a render farm called Sheepit, which anyone can use. So it didn't take too long. It took maybe around a week overall.
That seems like a long time to me.
Well, by myself, it might have taken like a month. So,
Oh man. You're like your own Pixar studio over there. Are you working on anything else right now, Noah?
not right now because I have to do a lot of studying, but I'm planning on starting my next short film, next month.
Good. Well, we hope you submit it next year.
I will.
Is this? Do you think this is a career choice for you, animation or filmmaking?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope to do some live action stuff maybe later, but
Cool.
I really like animation right now.
Yeah. Well, you have a really nice eye for composition and imagery. So I think you're off to a great start. I want to thank you for joining us, and good luck to you.
Thanks. See ya.
Thanks, Noah. Thank you. All right. And we are off. And pardon me as I keep moving things around here and bumping into things. Our next film is by a filmmaker, Mark Lachinsky out of Mahwah, New Jersey. It is called Fitting In. So it's about 3 minutes and 38 seconds. Let's take a look. Here it is, Fitting In.
When we are born and the train of time starts moving, we put on our individual shoes that fit only us, that represent who we are, our unique personalities. One of a kind, different, special, colorful. But then we see how sometimes others are trying to fit into society. The golden shoe that looks so sparkly and attractive. And we try to do the same, to fit in, to be accepted. But it doesn't fit us. It's not who we truly are. We are much more unique and different than the mold that society expects of us. Meanwhile, the train of time is moving away. We need to throw away that society shoe. We need to find our true selves, to put back on our own unique shoes, and run after that train of time, trying to catch the life that we missed while fitting in.
That's fitting in. We do have a policy that we have our filmmakers cooperate and participate in the festival. Unfortunately, I do have to say that Mark could not be here due to a religious holiday, so we are honoring that and allowing him to. We do want to show the film because we think it's really lovely, and I'm sure we have a lot of questions. I have a lot of questions about it. First of all, there's a young child, a young person who's narrating it. And the production is really nice. I hope you agree with me. I think it's a lovely film. So we want to thank Mark for submitting it and being accepted into the festival. Let us move on to the next film. And this is called All the Little Impossibles by Zan Lapp. And it's a very striking film. I think you're going to really like it. It does have some language that might be considered unsuitable for younger or more sensitive viewers, just a little bit. It's not bad, but it does take on a serious topic. But I think it's well worth watching. It's a wonderful film. So this is All the Little Impossibles by Zan Lapp. Here we go.
I've always hated running. That's why I do it every day. After I take off the first 100 feet or so, I want to scream. I have these thoughts, or spirals. I get anxious and my brain runs off and takes me with it. Sometimes, if I start running first, it helps. Having a goal to meet, a marker to touch, a halfway point is crucial. Focusing on my goals eases me. And even though I know I can't reach perfection, I can reach that stop sign. I can leap for that stop sign. Sometimes running is the only thing that will clear my mind, keep it from running away from me. And sometimes it isn't. Anxiety is the monster under my bed, and in my closet, and creaking up the stairs. Even if I'm not running, I'm always catching my breath.
You ready?
Yeah, let's get going.
You got a copy and you didn't even get me one?
Girl, I'm sorry. I've been so stressed about this trip. Okay, who's excited? Gracie? Hell yeah.
Who's nervous?
Hell yeah.
Is everything okay with you?
Yeah. I'm just kind of anxious, I guess.
You've been anxious a lot lately.
Yeah, but that's okay. All right, do we have sunscreen?
Yep.
Snacks?
Yep.
Towels?
Yes.
What kind of music do you guys want?
Ooh, something upbeat. Oh my gosh, I hate that song so much. I like. Stop! What? Stop! Break! Damn! Shit!
Shelby! Shelby, wake up! Shelby! Shelby!
Grace.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Almost there.
Well, we should have brought your unicorn one that you
Oh my god.
What?
I said we're almost there. You good?
Yeah. I'm fine.
You guys hungry?
I'm starving.
Me too.
You want one?
What do you have? PB&J? Sure.
This one's for Ivy.
Oh, thanks, Shelby, but that's got too much jam for me. The ratio is all wrong.
I assume you don't want my masterpiece either. Here, show me how it's done. See? Making a sandwich isn't as easy as you thought.
Oh, here, let me help you.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Food can wait till later, and we can do something fun. You know, we could go check out the lake.
Yeah, lake sounds good.
No, you guys! Cramp! Cramp!
Hey, Gracie, you good?
Yeah, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, maybe snacks right before swimming wasn't really the best idea.
No, seriously, are you okay?
No! I'm drowning! I'm drowning! I'm drowning! Seriously, you guys! I'm drowning!
Grace! Gracie! Come on, wake up. Wake up! Why aren't you waking up? Wake up! Shelby! Ivy! Anyone help! Help!
I'm so sorry.
Somebody fucking help me.
Dude, are you okay?
You don't really seem fine to me.
Maybe she's too cold. We should get her a towel and warm her up.
That's a good idea. I'll get a fire going.
Do you need anything? Zoe, what's been up with you today? You've been all over the place.
I don't know how to explain it.
Well, maybe we can figure it out together.
You'll think I'm crazy.
We already do. You couldn't get much crazier.
Gracie, we're not gonna think you're crazy. We love you. We just want to make sure you're okay.
But I don't feel okay. That's the problem. What is okay even supposed to feel like? I see things sometimes. I see people, situations. Sometimes I get triggered or like stuck in these thoughts. And in my head, people die.
That sounds really scary.
And I try to talk about it, but my mouth just won't. All I wanted to do today was just be normal and have fun, and I can't even do that. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to do this anymore. No matter how hard I try, they always go, always. And I can never save them. And I don't know how to do this. And I can't lose you guys, but I can never save you. It isn't real. It isn't real. This isn't real, but I can never save them.
But you're here right now. This is real. Right now. This is real.
Is it? Let us try to save you for once. Guys, what does okay feel like?
I have no fucking idea.
And we are back. This is All the Little Impossibles, and am I with Zan?
Yes, hello.
Hi,
Hold on.
Zan. How are you?
I'm all right. It's so wonderful to be here.
Thanks for being here with us. Congratulations on this film. It's quite an achievement. It's almost has epic proportions. This was not an easy film to make in so many ways.
It was quite difficult. It took over a year in its entirety from writing to its premiere.
Right.
And I was doing most jobs.
Let's first talk a little bit about what brought you to make this kind of film thematically and story-wise.
Well, I have an anxiety disorder that expresses itself a little differently than some more common anxiety disorders, and I have a very visual imagination, and that can often generate these sort of hallucination type situations. And I grew up feeling a bit like a crazy person, and I didn't talk about them for a very long time. And it was only in high school that I started therapy and began to understand the way that my brain worked, and I wanted a way to communicate my experience to the outside world to help destigmatize and engage teens in the topics of mental health.
Did you find making this film? Did it bring your anxieties to the front, or did you find it some kind of cathartic release that helped you?
Writing was hard, and I learned a lot of new things about my brain while writing. So it was very difficult to be confronted with everything in expressing it into a character. But then when we were making it and I was working with my lead actress, it felt really, really good.
Who is your cast? Tell me who your stars are.
Fiona Larson Teskey plays my lead character Zoe, and then there's Abby Rankin, Bailey Frazier, and Katie Seaman, and they were all seniors last year at my high school, and I'm a senior now, so I was a
Okay.
junior. And
So who is the lead character?
Fiona Larson Teskey plays Zoe.
She does a beautiful job. I mean, she really
Yeah.
kind of captures the essence of that, the panic. Did you have to work with her in achieving that sort of feeling?
Yes, we did. We filmed over 3 days, and the first day was just the two of us, and we did a lot of talking. And to get the voice, this is a slightly shortened version, so there's some voiceover that I cut.
Okay.
But working with voiceover stuff was probably the hardest to, like, when we were just like in my room and I was trying to record things and help her get into, because when people have makeup and it was easier for her to like freak out about things that were visual, but
Right.
the voiceover harder, and I just talked to her about some of the spirals that I had when I was a child, primarily about the death of my mother, and that made it a lot easier. She was really great at like
Yeah.
hooking onto little bits of information that I gave her and then exploring from there. Yeah, she's incredible.
Yeah, you can see there's a lot of trust developed between you and her performance. So let's talk a little bit just the technical aspects of the film. Do you have a drone in there?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
That's really
not one that
beautiful shots.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Were those easy to get because you track the car so beautifully?
That was pretty easy. I mean, we were just on a road with no traffic, and I didn't have my cast that day, so we just had all day. My dad
Wow.
was just driving, and I stood there, and yeah. So that wasn't too hard. But it was a lot harder. Oh, I guess those aren't in this verse. There are some shots of her like laying in the lake at one point that were very difficult to get because of winds that
Oh, okay.
you don't anticipate. But yeah.
Yeah, I have to say the water had to be cold. Was it cold?
It was. We felt the day that they were in the water was like 60 degrees and windy, and then the day that we were filming all the car accident stuff, it was like 95. It was
Wow,
the
yeah.
opposite of what we needed to happen.
Because
Yeah.
that's how it happens when you're filming,
Mhm.
That's how it works out. Let me see if the audience has any questions for you, Zan. Let me see. Anyone have any questions regarding this film? I'm looking. None. Okay. I'm sorry, did I ask you how long did it take you to make this?
About a year,
About a
like
year.
6 months of writing, prepping, and then we filmed for 3 days, and then I edited for a
3
very long
days.
time.
You got a lot out of 3 days. That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
They were long.
And was this a class project, or did you just shoot this on your own motivation?
This was all me. Yeah, it was all out. Editing I got to do in an independent study thing like
Okay.
this fall, but all the prep and filming was just me and my weird dreams.
Well, you're a natural filmmaker, and your shot composition's beautiful. So I have to ask what the next project is.
Well, I got accepted into 2 different film schools that I'm excited about, and I'm deciding between them. And then in addition to that, one of my very close family members just got off hospice, and she died, and I spent a lot
Oh,
of
I'm
time with
sorry.
her recording her life story. And I'm very excited about turning all of my footage into some sort of documentary type thing and taking all
Sure.
the photos that we get of her. So that's kind of that, and then college.
Well, best wishes with that. Thank you so much for joining us. It's a lovely film, and you really should be proud of it. So thank you, Zan.
Thank you. You are
Thanks.
so awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, that was Zan, everyone. What a lovely, lovely person and a lovely film. So at our local fest last night, we showed 12 films, and they were all extraordinary. And I love to brag about how good Chicago filmmakers are. I mean, we are the 3rd largest city in the world, and no, the country, not the world. I'm trying to get more. But we do have a lot of talent here, and 2 of the films have moved on to tonight's to tonight's festival, and that is not easy thing to do. The first place film automatically moves on. The second place film has to rate high enough with all the other films that were accepted tonight, and it did just that. And this is the film that won second place last night, and it is so good. You're going to love it. It is called Bus Stop. It's an animated short by Jordan Chang. He's here. We're going to talk to him after that film, so please enjoy Bus Stop. All right, Jordan, come on up. He's here. He is here. And while he's coming up, I'm going to log in because I know some people are saying something. I can't do this right. Hi, come on up. Have a seat. All right. Well, Jordan, congratulations once again. You won second place yesterday, and you're back today. What goes through your head when you're watching your film on a big screen like this?
It's kind of surreal, I guess. I don't know. I never really thought I would get a chance to see it on a big screen like this. So
it does. It has an impact. It has a different
it
feeling.
does,
Doesn't
yeah.
It? Yeah. So we've, again, I think I told you this yesterday, that we've watched this movie a lot of times, partly because, and I think someone made and I wish I could open up my computer, but someone made a comment on the great song choice. And it really wasn't so much a choice because you pretty much composed it, didn't you?
Yes, I did write the whole song myself.
Talk about how. So do you? Are there loops that you work with, or do you just come up with the hook yourself and then build on that?
So I wrote the main chord sequence in the hook, and then had that loop a few times, and then I made a second part, and then a third part, and that eventually becomes the whole song. But the majority of the song does loop itself a lot over and over. But yeah, there are different parts to it and some stuff.
Let's see, I have a comment here. Felt very nostalgic in a sense, but also relatable. And I think that's what we were kind of going for, something that might be
Yes, yeah.
relatable to us.
Something like relatable to a lot of people, and it felt something that nostalgic that would bring them back to. a time
Now,
like that.
I like how you have a passage in time. Obviously, most of the film is on. Is it you, by the way, in this?
This is pretty much me. Yes.
It is pretty much you. All right. And you did tell us yesterday that that's pretty much your bedroom.
Yes, that is my bedroom. That's my street. That was my bus stop in middle school. So.
That's his bus stop. Is there actually? See, I'm looking for little things here in this film. There's a sign that says "dead end." Is there anything symbolic about the dead end?
That was just on the street at the time when I was like drawing the backgrounds and stuff. I don't think it's there anymore, or at least they've changed it. But it was just there. I don't know.
You just decided to use it. See, people are going to be like doing like Stanley Kubrick analyses of this kind of thing and finding
whatever
deep
they
meaning.
want to think about it. you
Yeah.
know.
So you end it with the person has grown up, is an adult. We assume is working.
Yes.
I wonder if you thought, would you even take it even further and go into him being an older person and maybe a retired man, or did you feel that was good enough to stop right there at that age?
I think it was just to get the idea across that like the routine of what he's doing hasn't changed, but he has changed as a result of the things that have built up to
Yeah.
be what he is. So then I think it would continue on as however much older he gets. But
Sure. Yeah, but I think we can probably surmise that it would be more of the same. That kind of
Yes,
repetition, yet comfort in that
Yes.
repetition. You're so mature. I mean, that's not what I was thinking at that age. You do such a great job with this. Any questions? I should interrupt me, please. Yes. A happy accident that the alarm was actually in beat with the music.
Yes, so the music and sound effects are actually supposed to be lined up with the animation. I think I got it. This part was purely by coincidence, but the music actually lines up with like the steps that he takes, which that was just luck by chance that it
Oh,
worked
wow.
out that way. But I
Yeah.
did try and plan for sound effects and music to match up with the
Yeah.
and all that to match up in the short.
I think it's interesting that you time it all out because there's, again, you can talk about this kind of metaphor for the rhythm of life and
Yes,
that
yeah.
repetition. So one of our people noticed that the character is putting on two right shoes.
Yes, so it was very difficult to like.
Can
get,
I just want to look for a second. Yeah, no,
don't
they're individual feet. So go ahead.
I had to draw out the shoe, and I guess there was part of me that was too lazy to draw another shoe, and the other part of me that was like, it's a little bit difficult to do. And I tried modeling them out, but as you heard from yesterday, I was too difficult to model a waffle as compared to toast, so the shoes were a little bit of a stretch. But yes, that is pretty much just like a slightly distorted other right shoe.
Well, I didn't notice myself. Someone else did, and I don't know. It's a fun little thing to notice. Okay, time for one more question, if there is one out there. Anybody? I don't think so. Well, Jordan, congratulations. I think this is a
Thank
great
you.
film. Wonderful job, and thanks for coming back again and being here with all these wonderful films. Thanks,
Thank you.
Jordan. Thank you. Thank you so much. Great job. Really nice job. All right. Wasn't that cool? It was such a good film. All right, we're moving on. This is a real powerful film you're going to see here now. It's called My Sisters in the Stars, the story of Lee Young-soo. It's by young filmmaker Ian Kim out of Glendale, California. And we'll talk more about this. It's a very powerful film. So here it is, My Sisters in the Stars.
이렇게 아주 어린 학생이 이거를 안락하고 이거를 지금 하고 있으니까 이런 얘기를 하면 얼마나 상처를 받겠나 하는 이 생각도 먼저 들어요. 저는 이용수고요. 1900대구에서 1928년생으로 태어났습니다. 남자 형제가 6이었었어요. 그리고 딸은 저 하나뿐이었었어요. 우리 아버지 엄마가 논이 두 마리 있었는데 논에 똥물을 이리 이고 댕기면서 농사를 지었어요. 식민지 때 일본이 돌아서 무엇이든지 가져가고 뺏어가고 성을 갈지 않으면 뭐 배급을 안 주니까 그때 성을 가러가 야수하라고 이것도 저거 거다 이것도 저 거다 하면서 가져가고 뺏어가고 또 죽이고 사람들은 이러는 거를 왜 그러는지 어릴 때라도 왜 그러는지 몰랐어요. 14살에 밤에 군인과 여자아이를 와서 뒤 창문으로 손짓 해가지고 불러내서 군인하고 여자아이하고 들어서 마구 끌고 갔어요. 타니까 막 굉장히 막 토하고 이래가지고 씨야 나는 안 간다. 나 저 사람 무섭다. 나는 안 간다 하니까 주먹으로 가지고 여자아이 5을 콱콱콱 찢어가지고 아들로 정신을 없게 만들고 이러면서 조선징 죽인다 그러더라고요. 하고 자기네들 군대에 가미가제 부대에 군인방에 들어가라 그랬어요. 내가 왜 군인방에 들어갑니까? 군인방에 안 들어간다고 이렇게 돌아오는데 끌고 가서 광 안에 가가지고 칼로 몸을 그리고 또 전기 고문도 하고 그 아픔을 당고도 죽어가지고 있었어요. 약을 갖다 줘가지고 약을 먹고 전문이 가져왔는 거 그냥 이렇게 막 짜라가지고 그 방에다가 이제 눕혀놓고 이 군인이 그 밥도 또 감빵도 된장국도 또 닭광 갖다 줬어요. 그날 이제 그 폭탄이 떨어져가지고 그 집이 무너졌어요. 그게가 콘크리트 같으면 죽었죠. 나무였었어요 전부. 친구를 하나 내가 다리로 발로 가지고 이렇게 찾아니까 다리가 그래서 다리를 내가 잡아 당기니까 숨을 크게 쓰면서 하면서 내가 여기 있다 이러면서 가는데 했는데 그걸 이렇게 봤는데 구멍이 이렇게 나서 내가 내다봤어요. 그런데 몸에서 덩어리 피가 쏟아졌어요. 나와 보니까 2사람이 죽었어요. 누가 길에 누가 있는 거예요. 언니 일어나, 여기 위험하다 일어나거라. 내가 땡기고 이렇게 하니까 안 일어나요. 군인이 어디만 날로 발길을 쳐가지고 밀어 던지고 끌고 가더라고요. 우리 언니 왜 끌고 가노 하면서 함께 죽었다 하더라고요. 어느 날은 이 군인이 왔어요. 와가지고 밤이었었는데 별이 너무 총총하게 있더라고요. 저 별은 우리 엄마 아버지 있는 데 갔나 그러니까 갔다고 그러면서 저 별에는 저 엄마 저 아버지도 있고 우리 엄마 우리 아버지도 있고 나도 있고 도식구도 있는데 내가 내일 가서 죽으면 저 별이 하나 떨어진다 하더라고. 특공대는 의원하마 나는 특공대 장교다. 또 나이는 21살이다. 그 바다에 그 적기가 있는데 그거 가서 쳐박아서 죽는 게 특공대다. 네 이름은 뭐고 이름은 내가 모른다 그러니까 이름은 내가 지어줄게 하면서 도시구라고 이름을 지어줬어요. 2절까지는 가르쳐줬는데 전토끼는 떠는데 배만은 멀어진다. 홍도꾼의 구름 소리에 아무도 배웅해줄 사람 없지만은 단 한 사람 울어줄 사람은 도시고 한 사람이다. 또 2절은 전토끼는 떠는데 신주군은 멀어진다. 그 노래가 중요하죠. 그 노래 때문에 대만 신죽 가미가제 부대를 찾았어요. 어느 날 머시마가 와가지고 비행기도 닦고 신문하는 머시마가 와가지고 전쟁이 끝났다 하더라고요. 46년에 5월달쯤 그렇게 나왔는데 배를 타고 와야 되는데 우리 엄마는 내가 귀신이라고 아예 상대도 안 해요. 불로 집 다니다 불로 댕겨가지고 귀신 쫓는다고 이렇게 막 쫓고 이래서 엄마 앞에 못 섰어요. 많이 아팠어요. 아파가지고 전기 고문을 당해나는 게내로 죽음도 이 여름에 아침에도 추워가지고 말이 아니라 지금까지도 이렇게 아픔을 겪고 있는데 주변 사람들 만나지도 못했고요. 무서워서 내가 도망왔는 것밖에 안 되고 결혼은 생각지도 않았습니다. 생각할 여지도 없었고 동에서 학생들이 되고 막 많이 떠들었어요. 일본한테 붙들려 간 사람 이 얘기하라고 해서 그래도 나는 아니라고 생각했어요. 어느 날 이제 가려고 했는데 동생이 교통사고 나가지고 죽었어요. 동생한테 가서 내가 처음 이 얘기했어요. 얘가 막 숨을 막 쓰면서 그 하면서 너희 이 얘기하이소. 그때 동생 죽고 이제 장례식하고 그러니까 92년도 6월 25일 날 신문사 갔어요. 일본은 아직까지 한국이 거짓말하고 있다. 이것이 아니고 전부 거짓말이고 그렇다고 끝나는 게 아닙니다. 아니고 학생들 교류를 해가지고 우리는 역사관에다가 교육관을 지어서 힘은 여러분들이에요. 여러분들이 힘을 주시니까 제가 힘이 있고 역사의 산 증언으로서 더 이상 여러분들이 겪으면 안 되는데 강꼬리리고요 다이왕 하나래 김바노 구모노리고에때 다레라떼 미역구루 히도사에 나갸라 나이때 고레루와 고노뽕아 히도리다 사랑해. I love you.
Wow. Do we have Ian with us? Ian, are you there?
Hello.
Hi, Ian. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Congratulations. This is just such an achievement. How did you get the opportunity to make this film?
Yeah, so I actually learned of Lee Young-soo through a talk she gave about the comfort women issue and a contemporary scandal that was going on with a Harvard professor who published an article in the journal about how the comfort women issue was false, and he tried to justify it using certain sociological principles, and that created a huge sort of academic scandal and raising awareness about the comfort women issue. And since it was during the pandemic, a lot of activists, including Lee Young-soo, and she was 94 at the time, were doing these talks, and I happened to be sitting in on one of the talks, and I thought that her story was just something that, I thought I should tell. And then so I got into contact with her over Zoom through an organization in LA, Comfort Women Action for Redress and Education. And I did 2 Zoom interviews through a translator because I don't actually speak Korean. So that was a lot of new sort of challenges that came with that. And then just animating and then sending it to her for feedback a couple times. And yeah, it was mostly an interview and then animate process for that. So
Did then, I'm assuming then the translator, while you were interviewing her, was translating on the spot, telling you what she was saying?
Yeah, so essentially she would talk for like 10 or 20 seconds, and then the translator would translate to me through Zoom, and then, yeah.
It just seems, I mean, her story is so compelling and at times just so horrifying. How do you retain your composure when you're talking to someone who's been through this?
I'd say it is definitely very difficult, especially like through Zoom and through a translator, to sort of get that like really good like interview interaction sort of relationship that you build with your subject. I've been working for the last 4 or 5 years with the Righteous Conversations Project in LA, where I've participated in interviewing Holocaust survivors about their lives. And that was, even though it's a similar sort of format, it was sort of a very different environment, interviewing over Zoom versus in person.
Sure.
I'd say it definitely took a lot of sort of concentration and patience with the process, because nobody had really done Zoom interviews before the pandemic, and sort of just learning on the fly. But it really turned out really well, and I'm glad that after lots of editing and lots of practice, it could go through. So
how did you get her to say "I love you," or did she just say that at the end herself?
Yeah, she just said that on her own. That was just a great thing that just popped up during the interview.
It had to be so inspiring because, I mean, here's someone who went through just unimaginable terror and a horrible experience. Yet in the end, she seems really strong and full of life.
Mm-hmm. I mean, she is definitely, she's gone through many sort of stages in her activism. I guess the first major one being, in the 90s when she actually started to speak out about it, after sort of having that within her for 50 years. So, she's attended protest marches for decades. She's been giving talks. She's been pursuing legal battles in the International Court of Justice. She's just been doing so much, and, it's a constantly evolving sort of battle that these comfort women and people rallying around them are fighting, because there's so few of them left.
Right.
And so the focus is really sort of like shifting as the politics changes and people pass away, and so sort of preserving this history has, I think, become one of her main focuses.
Yeah, and it definitely begs the bigger issue of what happened, why it happened, and why. Well, there's a lot there to unwrap, with her story.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if the audience might have any questions for Ian on this. Is there anyone? Yeah. So was she in Korea when you interviewed her?
Yeah, she's living in Daegu right now in Korea.
Okay, and you were out in California.
LA, yeah.
Got you. But you met her in person?
I have not met her in person yet. I'm planning on going to Korea this summer, actually, if it's possible, and maybe meeting her then.
Has she seen the movie?
Yeah, she has. She was the first person I showed it to, and she was really happy with it. And she gave me some advice, some corrections with some language things, and yeah, it was great working with her.
And did she absorb? How did she take in the animation that you used?
She really liked the idea. I think I was talking to her about what kind of film I was making, how it was the sort of like not so this sort of like it was a sort of educational, sort of meant for a wide audience, not really like the academic stuff that you usually see about these historical issues. And she really liked the idea of just like something new in this animated format, which is pretty uncommon. So
Right. Well, thank you for sharing this with us, Ian. I mean, it's a monumental achievement. I can't say anything less. So, great job. Are you working on something else?
Yes, I'm actually working on something very different right now. I'm writing, composing, and assistant music directing a one-act musical at my school. So
Yeah, why not,
I'm
right? I mean,
it's Tech Week right now, so I'm pretty stressed out about that. Um,
so no rest for Ian, I guess.
no,
Yeah.
uh,
Well, I'll let
classes.
you go. Go ahead and get some rest. I want to thank you for sharing once again. Lovely film. Thanks so much, Ian.
Thank you so much. I
Okay.
love being.
Thank you. We've got 3 more films to show. Just great work, isn't it, so far? Just so impressive. As is this next piece. This is by a young filmmaker. His name is Ian Danny Kim, not related. Ian Kim, the Ian we just met is from California. Ian Danny Kim is from New Jersey, so they are from opposite coasts. And this is also a very personal film, I think, from his perspective. We'll find out if it is. It's called Room. Here it is.
다니야, 일어나. 학교 갈 시간이야. 다니야. 다니야, 일어나. 학교 갈 시간이야.
Ian, stop playing that stupid video game. We're at the school. Get ready. Have a nice day.
He never talks and he's really awkward. You know what I heard? He used to be pretty chill in 8th grade.
Wow, for real? He's so quiet. I didn't think he even went to school in 8th grade.
I know, right? He's kind of a loser.
Yeah, whatever. Is he dumb or something? Have you heard him talking?
Not since 8th grade. I remember he was alright.
It's like I'm left alone, stuck in that room.
You can't get out? Why?
I don't know. I just can't. And I don't want to. At least I feel safer, I guess.
Oh, time's up. Well, this is it for today. Don't forget to take the pills, okay? Hey, Ian. Remember, you're not alone. Everyone has a hard time sometimes.
Okay.
The pills will make you sleep well. See you next week.
What are you doing in there all day long? Please get out. I told you not to lock the door. Ian, get out now.
All right. Ian, are you there?
Hi. How are you? Thank you so much.
Can you go ahead and pronounce your middle name for us?
Oh, it's Danny.
Oh, it is Danny. Oh, I said it right. Okay. This is what a great film. I don't know what to say. You did such a beautiful job, and do I see the set behind you?
Yeah, it is actually.
Can you grab the puppet for us?
The puppet? Yeah, sure.
Little Ian, I guess. I don't know. There you are.
It is. Yeah.
So look at this. So did you? Okay, how much of this did you create with your hands? The set, and how did you? How?
I basically everything you see on set, I created except for like a couple things, like a couple products. Like I bought this guitar off of some like art store, and besides those, everything I created myself by hand.
Wow.
It took a long time, but yeah, it was worth it.
It did take a long time, but what I love is the detail, because you have your closet doors that are kind of closed, yet there's closed, but you have some clothes that are sticking out of them.
Yeah, that's a subtle detail that I put there.
And boy, I don't even know where to start. This is such a great film. Why are you telling this story? What brought you to this?
During the pandemic, everyone was like isolated in their rooms, and during the pandemic, I just like felt like this isolation and like anxiety, and I just wanted to picking off from that. I just thought like many people like my age, they would feel like I don't think they would like really escape this feeling of isolation, like even after the pandemic. Like I just wanted to portray that with the film, like kind of going off of the pandemic. I just wanted to portray that some people are really isolated, and that they have a really hard time just going out of their own little shell, and that own little shell is a room, as you can see.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think we've heard a lot of stories about just that feeling with a lot of students who did not go to school, who were stuck at home, and then we're in that very situation. So I think you kind of nailed it right there. Did you, who else have you shown the film to, and what kind of reaction have you gotten?
Well, I didn't really expect it, but they were all surprised, and they asked me how I created the set. That was one of the most common questions I got, how I created the set. And yeah, they just complimented me, and they were really surprised that I just made this. And I was kind of surprised myself that people had such a positive reaction. Yeah.
So why is the character named after you? It seems very autobiographical, is it?
Well, yeah, the character is essentially me. I just wanted to I myself, I'm a teenager myself, so I just wanted to base the character off me, but it's just a teenage boy essentially. So yeah, the character is me, but not really.
And who are the other people? Who are the other actors in the film?
A couple of my friends. I invited them to do a voiceover for the scene where the voice comes out of the hole in the wall, and then they're just talking about Ian, and they're just talking bad about them. Though, yeah, I just told a couple of my friends to do a voiceover on that part. That was it.
So why did you decide? I mean, you could have done this with live action, and some people might have. Why did you decide to use stop action animation?
I think stop motion, it's more it allowed me to do more creative things. Also, I think with stop motion, I can portray that it's Ian's own little world.
Yeah.
Because at the end, when it transitions to real life, it's kind of before, during stop motion, he was in his own room and he was isolated. He couldn't get out of his room. And at the end, he accepted that he could get out. And when he accepted it, it just transitioned into real life.
I think it also, the feeling is because he looks out the window and he sees, his family. They're all life size, but he's small, and I'm guessing maybe that's how he kind of feels in real life compared to the situation he's in.
Yeah, that's kind of how he feels, and yeah.
Yes, I got it. All right, good. Let me check with the audience, Ian, see if anyone has any questions for you.
Okay.
Does anyone have anything? Yes. How long did it take you to film this?
Oh, well, well, the whole like production like took a year, but then to film it, it took like months, a couple months around that. Yeah,
Yeah. And did you shoot it at home? Are you at home with this?
I'm at home right now. Everything's like just yeah, I'm at home.
Okay. Did your parents get concerned about you spending so much time on this?
Yeah, they did. They actually supported me quite a lot. Yeah, I just told them what I was doing, and they helped me as much as they could.
They've got to be so thrilled and so proud of you with this because it really is. We've never seen anything like it. I think it's such a beautiful. You tell such a great story, and you tell it, and there's such an upbeat. There's hope at the end. You know, there's light.
Yeah, that's kind of the message I was going
So I want to thank you for sharing this. Congratulations. It's a great job. Can you show us the puppet one more time? Hold him real close up because we love puppets here.
Here you go.
Look at him.
The glasses are kind of falling off, but
Yeah, well, they happen off of real heads too, so I understand that. Great job, Ian. You nailed it. Thank you so much.
Yep. Have a good
Thanks.
day.
Okay. Fascinating, just fascinating. Here's our next film. It's by Rhea Morgan out of Connecticut, and it's a short film called Neither One of Us. We'll talk about it after we see it.
For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Dear God, thank you for looking out for me, Mom, and Dad, and Lily today and every day. Thank you for giving us food to eat and a place to live. Please help all the kids in the world who are hungry or homeless or super sick. And Mom said that she got a doctor's appointment Wednesday. So please, don't let it be what I think it is. Okay. Thanks, God. Good night.
Katie! Oh my gosh! Hi! How have you been? I haven't seen you in forever!
Hey, Grace. Yeah, I mean, ever since you stopped going to school, we haven't talked much, but I'm good. What's wrong? Why wouldn't you tell me? What are you talking about? I know, Grace. I heard it from my mom, who heard from Joanna's. And they all talk about it. About you. Like, we don't even know you. Like, you haven't spent weeks at our houses. Like our families weren't together on Christmas. What are they saying? It really doesn't matter. Are you okay? Is there anything I can do? I wish there was. How did it happen? Look, really, I would have come sooner, but my mom says I can't talk to you anymore. She even took my phone and blocked you on everything. And of course, I'll try and come over whenever she goes out, but if anyone sees... It's okay. I get it. She'll be home soon. I should probably go. But, Grace? Are you gonna keep it? I have no choice. Dear God, it's been a while. These past few months have been really, really hard. I haven't heard from any of my friends. Not even Katie.
Mom said I can go back to school now, but I can't even bring myself to walk to the mailbox, let alone look any of them in the face. The other day, I saw Lily's dolls laying around on the bench, and I just got so angry that I picked one up and I threw it. It's her favorite one. And I just felt so guilty, but I couldn't look at it. It was patronizing me. I kept seeing her and seeing him. I mean, her little doll face staring up at me, taunting me. All it reminded me of was when he was staring down. And the worst part is she's gonna grow up and ask her new mom why I wanted nothing to do with her. She'll walk around with this weight, this insecurity, thinking that she's not lovable because her own mother didn't want her. Isn't that awful? How that vile man can ruin my life and then just leave all of this baggage for everyone else to carry. I can't even think about it. It makes me sick. Mostly, I'm just so mad, God. I'm mad at you for letting this happen, at him for doing it, and all of these stupid, evil mothers in this town who talk as if they know anything at all. As if they even know the half of it. And I'm mad at the government, because they don't have to deal with this burden. I do. We do. Me and my daughter. Neither one of us deserved this.
Okay. Rhea, are you there?
Hi, I am.
Hi, Rhea. Good to meet you.
Thanks a lot.
It's you've tackled a very difficult subject, and I think you did a wonderful job with it.
Thank you.
So, how? Tell us a little bit about what prompted you to make this story.
Sure. So last summer I was participating in a summer program in my local community that allowed high school students to make their own short film and utilize elementary school and middle school actors for their cast. And so around that time when I was like getting ready to, sit down and start writing, Roe v. Wade had just been overturned. And that was definitely something personally for me that was weighing on my mind. So I decided to just focus in on sort of what I was feeling and thinking about with this film. And yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, and there's the big question she's asked, are you keeping it? And she says, I have no choice. Was that reflective of what you thought the current times were like, or why did she say that?
I think definitely it was. I mean, since then, there's been different mandates on what can and can't be done in terms of abortion. And so that was just something that I was, thinking about, and I wanted to focus in on like the individual's experience and tell that story of isolation and what she would be going through.
Who was your lead actor?
That is Camille, amazingly talented young lady.
Yeah, she does a beautiful job, and it's an emotional performance, yet there's a lot of subtlety in what she does.
Definitely. Yeah, she's incredibly talented.
Yeah, how did you work with her to get the emotion and the performance you wanted from her?
Well, initially when we were first, meeting, getting ready to film, we had a lot of open discussion, just, speaking about the different emotional levels that we'd have to, reach in order to do this. But I was fortunate enough that she's honestly just a very incredible actress, and she has a lot of sort of innate ideas of like what she should do. And so a lot of it was her and her own talent, and a lot, I think, comes with our discussion before we started filming.
I think the opening scene is really interesting because, talk about why you cast in the opening scene when she's praying. I think she's praying, and what she's wearing. What are you trying to tell here in that opening scene?
Good question. Thank you for asking. So I was really sort of trying to go for like the, I guess, childhood innocence, kind of, like optimistic, hopeful, like young lady. And I think she goes through a bit of a journey throughout the film, and I think that's contrasted between the beginning and the end.
Definitely. Yeah. It's there's definitely a journey that goes on through this film. Have you had a chance to show this film to other people, and what kind of reaction have you gotten?
Yes, I've shown it to a few other friends of mine and some mentors. My family is seeing it, I think, right now for the first time, which is pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
But
Holy
yeah.
cow. Okay.
But
Yeah, we'll keep the cameras on for that part. We want to see what they have to say. Yeah.
but the reaction has been extremely positive. I've been very supportive, so lucky for that, and it's been great.
So this started out as a project, and did it end as a project, or did you just take off with it and make it your own film on your own?
It was through the project that it was
Okay.
able to be created. It's probably something that I would have made on my own regardless, but I was just fortunate enough to have a cast sort of to pick from of most.
Yeah, is it an experience that makes you want to make more movies?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to film school now, so that's
fantastic.
really cool.
Hey, congratulations on that. Let me see if we have any questions for Rhea from the
Thank
audience.
you.
Are there any? Any? I can't see. Is there anyone there who has a question? All right. No questions right now. Do you have another project in mind right now for your next film?
I'm working on a few other scripts that I'm just looking to make more stuff that I'm feeling passionate about and that I'm interested in. So hopefully more stuff soon, and especially when I go into school in the fall.
Do you? And this is this is kind of a writer's film that you made. Do you see yourself more as a writer, as a director, or a little bit of both? How do you see yourself first?
Well, I'd like to dip my fingers into everything, but I think definitely the story part of filmmaking is really compelling for me. I really enjoy writing, but also directing as well.
And real quickly, did you have a little bit of a filter going on in some of the movie?
A filter?
Yeah, it looks like some of the shots look a little softer in color, or yeah.
Yes. In the flashback sequences, we tried to change the color so that it was clear that it was a flashback. Yeah,
very effective. Well, Rhea, thank you so much for letting us watch this. It's a wonderful film. I think you have a strong project on your hands, and I think it's gonna get attention and hopefully propel your career into the right direction.
Thank you so much.
All right, thanks, Rhea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh man, we're down to our last film, everyone. One more to go. And this is by Owen Elliott. Owen is in the house. Owen, you here? You still here? You're still here. Oh, good. All right, thank you. Owen took first Best in Show yesterday at the local festival, and we're going to show his film again, and you're going to see why. It's called Rooted. Owen, come on up. A new home for Woody too. We'll talk about that. Let me get you in the light a little more. Oh, you brought him! Oh man! Can I hold him for a sec? Oh, hi, guy. I'm so sorry he did that to you. How rude! Look at that. There you go. This is the one, huh?
That's the star, yeah.
That's the star. Great film.
Thank you, I appreciate
Great
it.
film. And congratulations yesterday on winning Best in Show. So you are back, and we love having you back.
Thank you.
And I think it's a great way to end this festival because it's funny and there's a little bit of sadness to it. You kind of go full circle on everything there.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So let's hold up your friend here. Why this thing here? Why this guy?
I just at the time I was really struggling with growing out of my love for art and stuff, and I didn't want it to be directly related to filmmaking because that would feel a little bit too personal and not necessarily everyone could connect to it. But I feel like this is a pretty almost iconic figure in an art space or art world, so
Right.
it does kind of connect back to the themes I was trying to get at with my movie.
I don't know if we talked about this, but what? How did you come across this story that you wanted to tell?
Well, I think it's I try to keep it pretty simple, pretty straightforward, because there is like not much dialogue in it. There's no dialogue.
There's
in
no
it.
dialogue, right?
Yeah. So and it is kind of just a universal story of outgrowing something and like a cycle continuing, like getting passed down, and also a major comparison is Toy Story, rightfully so. 'Cause it
Sure.
is
Yeah.
very-
And we did talk about this yesterday. Is that the ending? I mean, we could have ended it just with the credits rolling and this poor little guy being left alone, but that's not how it ends. So and is that how you planned it, or is that just something you put on later on?
That is how I planned it. Just because I did want it to be a more hopeful ending and not necessarily just putting the audience like down for holding out hope that he was gonna get a second chance. Because I do think everything and everyone in life gets a second chance. So
Wow,
yeah,
nice.
I want to show that.
Yeah. And have you, I know we've shown it here. Have you shown the film anywhere else?
It's going up on my YouTube channel this Monday. So
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
Great.
But no, this is like my first major showing. I guess.
And what's it like watching it on a really big screen? Actually,
It's really really cool. It's like the bus stop creator said. It's kind of surreal, you know.
Right.
And especially because it's such like a small guy, so I'm on a big screen. It's-
exactly. Yeah,
it's
it is.
cool.
It's just magnified so much.
Yeah.
So when you watch it, do you are you happy, or do you kind of become critical of looking, going, oh, maybe I could have done this differently?
I'm so critical, especially because it's the second time seeing it on the big screen too. I'm just thinking, oh, there's so many things I should change, but it's too late. So
It's too late. You can't go back. But you should be happy with the final product, because it really is. It's just such a great film. Let me see the audience. Do you guys have any questions for Owen? You're in stunned silence. Look at that. Yes. Oh, how did you make the multiple Owens in the yard? That's a pretty cool shot. And it's seamless.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It was just a fact of setting up a camera in one spot and keeping it rolling and sitting there for like 5 seconds and running out of frame and changing and running back in and taking all those different shots, hoping the lighting didn't change too much, and then just compositing it all together and do a little bit of color correcting. So yeah.
Did you make this completely by yourself?
Yeah, I had a lot of help from my art teacher giving me direction in the story and like making it clearer, and then obviously my girlfriend at the ending, she picked up the box.
Oh, that's her. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, nice job.
Yeah, great job. But other than that, yeah, it was mostly by myself.
And your teacher is Mr. Hostert?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So Nick Hostert is this is Palatine High School here, just down the road from us. He's been working with students to send us movies since our first festival quite some time ago in 2007. So shout out to Nick Hostert for doing a great job, and he's a great teacher.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been making movies for quite some time.
Yeah, pretty much my whole life. Yeah.
Are they kind of different? Is there a theme that runs through them, or do you change it up? Are they? I mean, you got a kind of a humorous streak in you. Is that what you go for, or what do you try to make in your films?
Well, I like to think that all of them are different, but there's like a saying that every filmmaker makes the same film over and over and over again, just like with different like clothes on, I guess. And I do every time I finish a project, I think about it for a second. I'm like, that kind of feels the same, you know, like
Sure.
same theme, same messaging. But I like to think that they're all different. And
Yeah.
So I'm sure they are.
Well, the important thing is it has your stamp on it. So I mean, that's gonna be Hitchcock, that's Scorsese.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna have that individual flavor. Let me see if there's any more questions out in the audience for Owen. Yes. Why the Nutcracker? We talked a little bit about this yesterday. Why the Nutcracker?
Mainly because it was copyright free, and I just kind of a lot of the music that I chose for it flowed with the story well, and I think like the highs in the music go with the high in the story, and the lows, you know, obviously go with the lows. But yeah, I wasn't aware of the amount of Christmas music in it. So, but I guess
I said it's kind of like Die Hard. You know, it's going to be debated whether or not this is a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
You'll have to decide for yourself.
Yeah. Oh. It was all
You're
intentional.
right.
It was all intentional. Yeah.
Oh, hey, look at that.
It was on purpose, actually.
Yeah, he planned that.
Yeah, I
he
did.
completely planned that.
Thank you.
Smart.
Yeah, thank you. I'll definitely use that. I appreciate it.
Well, I love the use of classical music in films. I think it's really cool. I mean, Stanley Kubrick did it in 2001, and the quick story is he actually used those as temporary tracks. He was going to have a new composer do this, and he's like, oh, this is pretty good. I'm going to stick with this. So, and it works for you too. So,
thank you.
Well, thank you. Does it have a name?
Spencer.
Spencer. All right. Well, thank you for bringing Spencer Owen. Congratulations.
Thank
You
you.
just did a great job. So thanks a
Appreciate
lot.
it. Thank you.
Thanks for closing out the fest too. Yeah, thank you. All right. Your turn. It's time for our audience award. And this is where you vote. And you can vote with your phone. You can also vote, is that the next slide, John? There it is. So here's if you have a phone, you can text that number and just push in the number of the film you want to vote for. Okay, so all the little impossibilities, hit 1, and bus stop 2, so etc. Text the number, put in the number, and send it. Is there anyone here who needs a paper ballot? We have those too. Can we turn up the house lights a little bit, please? Is there anyone who needs a paper ballot? Anyone? Oh, you're so connected. What a modern audience we have here. All right. This is where we vote for your favorite film, and we will announce the winner of that film after a couple more announcements. We're going to give away a couple of awards first. Hopefully our filmmakers are still with us if they're remote or here. Think about it. Yesterday, a lot of the people in the audience were emailing and calling others saying, here, call this number and vote this number. Put in this number. There's no policy against it, so go for it if you want to. Is everyone done, or is anyone still voting? Does anyone need more time? Are we all good? No? Shout when you're good. I guess I should have a story here. Cassie, what should I talk about? Cassie who works here with us. She has stories. We can't tell them. Are you done? You're done. All right, the voting has closed. We're going to count that up, and we will give away an audience award winner. But first, we have 2 other awards to give, and I'm going to ask. The first one is an achievement in production values. Is our person with us? He's there? It is a $100 award, and the winner of the achievement in production values is My Sisters in the Stars. It's Ian Kim. Ian, let's see if he's there. He's coming. Here he is. Ian, how are you?
Thanks for having me back.
All right. Listen, we did not get all of our awards in time but we will be sending you an award. I don't have the actual award, but what I do have is a Prairie Center temporary award. It might look familiar. So this is the moment where you give an acceptance speech.
Yes. I have a lot of people to thank. There's Comfort Women Action for Redress and Education, who I talked about, the organization in Korea, the Daegu Citizens Forum, and then my parents, everyone who dealt with me while I was animating indoors for many, many months straight. My mentors at the Righteous Conversations Project, Sherry Galke and Sam Hutman, who've been here before, and just sort of everyone who's helped me along the way to shape this story and to get this done, because it was a really long process. So I'm glad you guys appreciated the production value, because a lot of time went into that with the animation.
Yeah, the thing with production values, it becomes so transparent, people don't notice how good it looks, and that's the real achievement.
Yeah, nobody notices, then then you're where you want to be.
Congratulations. So here it is right here, your temporary award. I'm going to take it back for the next person. All right, thanks a lot. Ian Kim, everyone. We have the achievement in writing. And if we have that person, the winner for achievement in writing is All the Little Impossibilities, Zan Lapp. Zan, are you there? Hello, hello?
Hi.
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 You just won $100 and a trophy. Well, not this trophy. But this is your temporary trophy. So with this comes $100. We'll send you the real thing, and we need. And it's time for your acceptance speech for best writing.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. There are so many people that I need to thank. One of my closest friends who helped me get a lot of the story just like out when it was really emotional. 2 or 3 of my teachers that were so helpful. My dad for putting up with me, and my 4 incredible actors for letting me put them through hell in just 3 days. And Oliver Yu, who I didn't mention before, who composed our entire original score.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations. And I just want to tell you, when actors hold up an Oscar, they say how heavy it is. This one's not heavy at all. It's really light. But we will get you something. We'll be in touch. Congratulations, Zan. Great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, I think, do we have an audience award winner? I'm going to scream off. We have an audience award winner. And he is here. The film is Bus Stop. Jordan! Come on up. Oh, I love this part. He gets to hold the award. Here you go. And a speech, and hold it up, and go ahead and cry. You have to cry, so yeah.
It's very emotional. I'd like to thank the Academy for this award. I'd like to thank my family for supporting me, my friends who came out to support me and watch. This has been great, and thank you.
Great, thank you. Congratulations. And we'll be in touch. Thank you, Jordan, for giving us back our temporary award. Now we have, that's another $100 prize, so we'll be in touch to get you that money. We also have 3 more awards to give away: 3rd place, 2nd place, and 1st place. The 3rd place prize is worth $100, and that goes to Owen Elliott for Rooted. Owen, come on down. I'm so glad we have this. All right. This is another award for you. Here you go. Speech away.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for letting me use your house to film all my movies in. And this is crazy. What? Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. And thanks, Zoe, again. I love you, Zoe.
All right, give me my award back. Here we go. Good. All right, congratulations. Great job. That was wonderful. What a great film. Our 2nd place winner is worth $250. I don't need this. What am I doing? Is worth $250. And the winner for 2nd place is Room, Ian Danny Kim. Room. Ian, are you there? Is he there? He's coming in. Hello? Ian Danny Kim. He's in shock. He can't even talk. This happens when you're working live with technology. How are we doing? He's not saying anything? We have a connection issue. Wait, we think we might have him.
Hello?
Hey, Ian, congratulations.
Hi.
2nd
Thank
place.
you so much.
Here you go. This is your temporary award. We don't have the real thing yet, but we're going to send it to you. 2nd place, $250. Not bad for a night's work.
Thank you so much. I want to thank my mom and dad for supporting me all the way and helping me build this in their houses. Well, thank you so much, my parents. Thank you, Oscars. Bye. I don't know what to say right now. I'm kind of in shock.
All right. Well deserved. We'll be in touch because you made a little money tonight. It's well deserved. And best of luck to you, Ian. And you're young, so keep sending us movies, okay?
Okay, I will send every movie to you guys.
I love it. Thank you
so
very much. All right, thanks.
Thank you. Have a good day.
And we've got our first place Best in Show prize. It is worth $500. That's pretty good money. I'd take that. Is our winner with us? He's coming in. The winning film for Screen Test 2023 is My Sisters in the Stars, the story of Lee Young-soo by Ian Kim. Ian, guess what? You won Best in Show for Screen Test. Oh, wait, is he? Hold on. Are you there?
I'm here. Oh, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
We hear you. Congratulations. You won again for Best in Show.
Wow, okay. That's pretty cool.
It's $500.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? We did get one award did come in, and it is yours. So here it is. That is the puppy right there. So
oh, nice.
That is your award. Isn't that pretty? It's really nice and really heavy too. So one more time, let us hear what you got to say.
Wow, yeah. I just want to thank my composer as well, who spent a lot of time scoring and making an original music for the piece. Super, super grateful to him. And I'm just really, really thankful that you appreciated, Grandma Lee's story, which was always the purpose, was to get her story across and show it as many people as possible. So I'm just super, super glad and, thankful to Grandma Lee for letting me tell this story. And I'm so glad that it resonated with all of you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. You're so articulate, and we want to see what you come up next. I don't know if other filmmakers would like you to send in what you come up next because they're afraid you're just going to take this again. So great job. Thank you so much. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that ends Screen Test for 2023. I want to thank you all for being here. I had a great time. Hope you did too. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.